Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This is virtual class of Pakistan International School Taif. I am Muhammad Yasin. This English class is for the students of grade 5. We are doing 4th chapter of Active English Book 5. This is our 15th video in this class. Dear students, in our today's lesson we shall do exercises 6 and 7 from our Active English book. We shall do workbook page 14 and 15. We shall read lesson 2, one page of lesson 2 of the Jungle Book. Dear students, first of all we shall start from exercise 6. Let us read the instructions. It is written here, choose the best answer. Choose the best answer. Let us read it. The men will go home when they will finish the work, finished the work, have finished the work. Dear students, if the first part of the sentence is in simple future, second part will be present perfect. The men will go home when they have finished the work. What will be the correct option? Have finished. Let us choose it like this. Now we shall move forward. They will not go before they have done it, did it, will do it. Dear students, this is also similar to the first one. In the first part, there is future simple. Second part will be present perfect. They will not go before they have done it. What will be the correct option? Have done it. Let us choose it. Because they have been told to stay until it is done. Until it is done. Let us choose is. Yes. Dear students, this is exercise 6. It will be done like this. Let us move to the next exercise. This is exercise 7. Dear students, we have done one exercise before just like this. At that time we discussed a few things. Let us read the instructions. In the instructions it is written, these sentences are in the wrong order. What is the right order? At that time when we did one exercise in our previous lesson, I told you about the order of sentences, If we look at these sentences, we can say they are arranged in a sequence and their names are written A, B, C, D, E. They are in order. Then why it is said in the instructions that they are in wrong order? Is this order not the right order? If it is said this order is not the right one, there should be some base, some logic should be there on the basis of which it is said that they are in wrong order, that they are in wrong order. Let us read these sentences to discuss more about their order. A. The light was red. He was taken to hospital in an ambulance. A car knocked him down. John looked at the traffic light. He ran across the road. Dear students, if we look at the meaning of these sentences, every sentence is telling us something. Every sentence is telling us something. Dear students, when we say they are in wrong order, what does it mean? Dear students, as I told you before in our previous lesson, if I say I woke up, I ate my breakfast and went to school, this will be right order. I told you the things which I did in the morning in a correct sequence. But if I say I went to school, I ate my breakfast, then I woke up, will it be okay? No. To correct the order means write the sentences according to the things they mention. For example, the light was red. This thing did not happen first of all. He was taken to hospital in an ambulance. Here is written he is the subject. This is pronoun. We don't know the noun. How can we write the pronoun? We shall look at all these sentences and try to find out what happened first of all. If we look at all these sentences, we should read all these sentences 2 times, 3 times, then we can find out what happened first of all. For example, he was taken to hospital. Can it happen first of all? No. He ran across the road? No. John looked at the traffic light. This can happen first of all, because John is the noun. In all other sentences, there are pronouns. What can be first of all? John looked at the traffic light. This sentence should be written first of all. Dear students, when we have arranged the sequence of these sentences, they will make a proper story. After arranging it in right order, we shall get a story. For example, which one will be first of all? John looked at the traffic light. Number 2 will be the light was red. Number 3 will be he ran across the road. When light was red, he might have stopped, but he did not stop. He may be in a hurry. He ran across the road. Then there will be sentence, a car knocked him down because his light was red. He might have stopped, but he did not stop. That is why a car knocked him down. Then the last sentence will be, he was taken to hospital in an ambulance. Dear students, Now we shall write there correct order, right order. Which sentence should be written first of all? John looked at the traffic light. Let us write it number 1 like this. John looked at the traffic light will be the first sentence in right order. Then what will be there? Number 2, the light was red. Let us write number 2, the light was red. What will be number 3? Number 3 will be he ran across the road. Number 4 will be a car knocked him down. And only one is left, that is he was taken to hospital in an ambulance. Dear students, after writing these sentences in right order, we can see if we read them in right order, they tell us a story. They tell us a story. For example, John looked at traffic light. The light was red. He ran across the road. A car knocked him down. He was taken to hospital in an ambulance. This is a story. All these 5 sentences are telling us a story, but the condition is we have to read them in right order. If we read them in the given order, they tell us nothing. They tell us a story. If we read them in right order, I think you know now when we say right order, what does it mean? Right order means the order in which the things happen. Yes, student, this was exercise 7. Let us move to the next exercise. That is our workbook. That is our workbook. Let us read the instructions and try to understand how is this workbook page to do. It is written here, finish the sentences using these words. Finish sentences. Finish which sentences? Let us read the sentence first. This is sentence number 1. This is sentence number 1. It is already finished. It is already completed. She will be very pleased when she gets the letter. This sentence number 1 is written about this postman. This postman is the person who brings letters for us. Related to him, the sentence is completed. She will be very pleased when she gets the letter. Now we shall look at number 2. He cannot go home. We have to complete this sentence with the help of words given in this column and words given in next column. Let us try to complete it. He cannot go home when we reach the top of the hill. Dear students, if we look at the picture, we can see here is a board showing us bus stop. The boy is standing here where there is bus stop. This means from these words we should look for a sentence where there is bus. Let us start from the beginning. We reach the top of the hill. Is there any bus in this sentence or bus stop in this sentence? No. The bus comes. Yes, here is bus. Okay, this means the bus comes will help us to do this part, to complete part number 2. Now we shall try to find out what shall we write from this column. Should we write he cannot go home when the bus comes? He cannot go home until the bus comes. He cannot go home before the bus comes. What will be correct option? Correct option will be until the bus comes. He cannot go home until the bus comes. This will be the correct option. To complete part number 2, let us write the answer. Yes, students. Number 1 was done already. I have written until the bus comes. In this way, we have completed part number 2. As we have done part 1, part 2, we have used this line and this line. That is why I have put a line here which shows we have used these lines. To complete next parts, other parts, we shall look at the lines which are not used. Let us move to part number 3. Here is written part number 3. I will go inside. The girl is saying I will go inside. We can see him standing outside in front of the door. There is a window on her left side. She is standing in front of the door. I will go inside. Door can be opened. It is closed now. Let us see a sentence from this column telling us about the door. If we look at these sentences, we can see here is written, someone opens the door. Someone opens the door. I will go inside when someone opens the door, until someone opens the door, before someone opens the door. What will be the correct option? When. Yes, you are right. I will go outside when someone opens the door. Let us write the answer. Our answer will be, I will go inside when someone opens the door. Let us move to the next part. They will not leave the room. They will not leave the room. If we look here at the picture, we can see a clock. What is the time at the clock? It is 5 to 4. 5 to 4. After 5 minutes, it will be 4 o'clock. This means we have to look at these words to find out the time 4 o'clock. If we look here, we can see here is written, the clock says 4 o'clock. The clock says 4 o'clock. They will not leave the room when the clock says 4 o'clock, until the clock says 4 o'clock, before the clock says 4 o'clock. What will be the correct option? Until. They will not leave the room until the clock says 4 o'clock. Let us write the answer. Until the clock says 4 o'clock. Let us move to the next part. The beggar will not go away. The beggar will not go away. You can see the beggar. Beggar begs. Begs for money, for food. Let us see if there is written anything about the money. Dear students, no need is there to look at the lines which we have used. We have used this line, this line, this line, this line. Remaining ones are 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall try to find out our solution from these 4 lines. The beggar will not go away. If we look here, we reach the top of the hill. It cannot be true. You give him some money. Yes, this will be our correct option. The beggar will not go away. You give him some money. What shall we use from this column? When you give him some money, until you give him some money, before you give him some money. What will be the correct option? Until you give him some money. Dear students, you can try to understand. Until is usually written when the first part is given in negative form. You can see here negative, until. Here is negative, here will be until also. The beggar will not go away until you give him some money. Let us write this answer. That is our answer. Let us move to the next part. I think we will go home. We can see in the picture there are clouds, it is raining. Let us see any given line in this column related to the rain. You can see here it rains. 3 are left only. 2 are here, 1 is here. This means we can write, I think we will go home when it rains, until it rains, before it rains. We should go before it rains. You can see it very well. Answer will be, I think we will go home before it rains. Let us write the answer. Next part is, please sit down. You can see a boat here. Let us look for the answer here. 2 parts are left. Only this one line is left and this line is left. Which line is about the boat? This one. Please sit down. You fall out of the boat. When you fall out of the boat, until you fall out of the boat, before you fall out of the boat. You can understand the meaning also. The meaning is telling us here should be before. Please sit down before you fall out of the boat. Let us complete this sentence. Dear students, number 8 is, we will have a rest. Only this is the last part. Only one line is left. We will have a rest when we reach the top of the hill. We shall use here when. Yes, students, let us write the answer. Now we shall move to the next page. Dear students, this is the next page of workbook. Let us look here at the instructions. Instructions are saying, write sentences beginning with this is A. This is A, and using whose. The boy's shirt is torn. This is a boy whose shirt is torn. Dear students, you can see here in the beginning it is written this is a, and whose is also written. This means this answer satisfies the required condition. We shall do this now. This girl's hair is short. This is a girl whose hair is short. Yes, students, this is part number 3. This woman's hair is long. What shall we write here? This is a woman. This is a woman whose hair is long. What will be our answer for this man's car? First of all, we shall write this is a man whose car has been stolen. Whose car has been stolen. Number 5 will be, this is a girl whose doll is broken. Look, we were said to write in the beginning this is a, we have written. Then we were said to use whose, we have used it. Let us move to the next part. First of all, we shall write this is a. according to the instructions. This is a boy whose face is dirty. We have used whose, we have used this is a. Next answer will be, this is a sailor whose ship has been sunk. Whose ship has been sunk. Next answer will be, this is a man whose money has been stolen. Let us write the answer. This is a man whose money has been stolen. Dear students, we have done this exercise also. This was the second page of our workbook, chapter 4. We have done both pages of our workbook. Dear students, we have done first lesson of the Jungle Book. I read first page for you and then I said you to read the whole lesson in your homework. I hope you have read it. Today we shall start second lesson. I shall read one page for you. Then you will read the second lesson by yourself. I shall read one page for you. Dear students, if we started from here, this is first page of second lesson. Mowgli's lessons. Mowgli's lessons. Sher Khan is your enemy. For 10 years, Mowgli lived with the wolves. Father Wolf taught him to hunt. When he felt hot or dirty, he swam in the forest pools. Sometimes he wanted honey. Baloo taught him about that. Then he climbed trees. Bagheera gave Mowgli his first climbing lessons. And the man cub was a good and quick pupil. Pupil means student. He was as good as any monkey. Mowgli took his place at the great rock too, as a member of the pack. There he found out an important thing. If he looked hard at any wolf, the wolf had to look away. Sometimes Mowgli did this just for fun. Dear students, I have divided first page of second lesson into two parts. We have read the first part of this page. Let us move to the second part of this page. Most of the time, he was kind to the wolves. He often picked the long, sharp thorns out of his friends' paws with his clever fingers. Dear students, if a thorn is fixed in the paw of an animal, for the animal it is not easy to take it out, because animal's paws does not work as our fingers work. That is why Mowgli helped his friends to take out the thorns from their paws. Sometimes Mowgli went down the hill by night. He looked at the men's hunts. He thought they were very interesting, but Baloo and Bagheera taught him to keep away from men. Mowgli loved to hunt with Bagheera in the dark, warm jungle. Little frog, said Bagheera. Dear students, the story continues after this. This was the first page of second lesson. The remaining part of this lesson 2 will be your homework to read. It is simple. It is only to read. No exercise is there in this book for you to do. This is reading practice only. I hope you have read first lesson, and this remaining part of second lesson will be your homework to read. Dear students, that is all from our today's lesson. This will be your homework. you will do exercise 6, 7 from the book. You will do it in your notebook. Then you will complete workbook pages 14, 15, and then you will read the remaining part of the Jungle Book, lesson 2. This will be your homework. Dear students, this was our today's lesson. See you later in our next lesson. Goodbye.